Okay, today is March 4th. This is appeal number 93. The property address is 102 James Street, and I am here with, are you Linda?
I am.
Linda DiPiano?
Yeah.
Okay, and the time is 8:15. That's just for everyone's records. There's nobody else here. I just need to swear you in, and then we can start. Okay, so do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. Today is the 4th. And I just need you to sign that. Thank you.
Where do I?
Right here.
Gabby, the house.
It looks like a mouse. Okay. My name is Chrissy Kelly. I am an alternate on the Board of Assessment Appeals because they bring in extra people during this time of year because we have so many appeals. So
I can see why.
Yeah. I live in the beach area as well, so it's not fun. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my property has been assessed double what it's normally. I don't know what they're looking for us to have a lower assessment, but I haven't done anything to my property in 35 years. I have pictures to show. I don't know if you want inside and out.
Yeah, they would love to have both. And the more you can give us, the better.
Oh, I just thought I had to bring them today, so I don't have copies.
That's okay.
I don't know if you can take them.
I wonder if you can send them to, I wonder if you can like,
I can send them to
could
you.
you send them to me?
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, okay, so, I will, why don't we, I'll give you my cell phone number and then you can text them.
And I'll send them to you. Okay, I can handle that.
How about that? Can I write it on here?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I have something? Well, can I have a blue crayon?
No, blue crayons are on the table.
You can bring these home and color them in with your.
So I have to call you first, so I have the number, that's how I do it.
Okay, that's fine. And then if you can, 'cause then after, the way this works is that after we do all the hearings, we will do the deliberations, and I want to be able to bring everything that I can to
Right.
that deliberation. I want to add it to your file.
Okay.
So, I will make a note that you're going to, here we are, James Street. Okay, so sending photos, because everything you can send is helpful. Okay, everything. What, even if you think it's irrelevant. I want to see the bathroom floors. I want to see, like.
Oh, I took pictures of everything,
Yeah.
yes. Unfortunately, okay.
Go ahead.
I did not take a picture of the closet doors, because they're falling off. But,
Okay.
I mean, I do, when I can get the 8 hours free from the town, I use it.
Yeah.
But there's so much that, I only do a little bit at a time, because those 8 hours go fast.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I should have taken pictures of what happened, because before the 8 hours were redone, because the gentleman who did the work messed it all up with
You're saying before what was done?
work in my house.
Oh, okay.
Fixing the ceiling, all my
Gotcha.
ceilings are all cracked.
Gotcha.
I forgot to take pictures of that. Right, they're all cracked, yeah.
Mhm.
I've been living next door to Sanford and Son for 35 years.
I can hear the music playing in my head right now when you say that.
Let's hope everybody on the board knows what Sanford and Son lived like.
Okay.
I do have pictures of that house also. I have gophers and rats. Rats I've had the size of Easter bunnies
Is
because of that property.
That's firewall.
Okay.
So my garage is, the whole basement, the whole cement floor of the garage is all deteriorated from water damage that keeps coming. I've tried to fix that, it doesn't fix. I forgot to take pictures of my driveway. My driveway.
Okay, well, we can go home, take them,
Right.
and send them. Well, we'll send
Oh,
them.
yeah, okay. I did do that. The siding of my house is falling off. I did do one renovation last month. I put
Okay.
new handles on my kitchen cabinets because they were 35 years old and the brass was so disgusting I couldn't even clean them. So, yeah. You'll see the cabinets are all discolored.
You're doing a great job.
Can you buy me
What else?
one?
Yeah, all my kitchen,
Can you buy me
all my
one?
hardwood floors are all, you'll see pictures,
Okay.
they're all just ruined. My
Other
kitchens
things
are all
that have
cracked.
been helpful, if you know if there was any houses on your block that sold recently.
Sure, because the builders are coming in and spending $900,000 I mean, it's disgusting what this town is doing to us. And so that's why the assessment doubles. And I hope they hear all this, because,
It's recording, but
Right.
they will.
yeah, I mean, it's not fair to us as living in this town my whole life.
Mhm.
And now all of a sudden, I sell my house to a builder for $900, where am I gonna go? I have nowhere to go. No.
No.
So, you know, the houses around me are selling, and then they sell for $2 million and up when they're done, because the builders have the option to do that. I don't.
Right.
So it's not fair, you know, that this town is allowing that, and it's only getting worse, because even if I try to go into, I asked you to stop. Even if I try to go into affordable housing, I can't afford it. It's like $1,500 to $2,000 a month. What can I afford? I make $30,000 a year.
Nana,
30,000.
Nana, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Chrissy.
Christine.
Okay, you need to stop that. You're not gonna go back, you're not going to many times. So if I were you, I'd stop talking and just, so yeah, so living on 30,000 a year, there's not much you can get done.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm a little annoyed with this town lately. Yeah? Yeah, I know. Yeah. So we don't have a chance.
Yeah. So pictures would be super helpful.
I have them.
Okay, so you will send those to me.
Yes.
I'm gonna add that to your file. And then, yeah, so have there been a lot of tear downs on your street?
Oh,
Yeah.
God, since Hurricane Sandy?
Yeah.
And my house was the last house to get flooded.
Okay.
So my whole basement was like $25,000 worth of damage by the time it was all said and done,
Mm-hmm.
that I had to pay because I didn't have insurance. Mhm.
So,
I lost everything, but it's okay. God is good every day.
right, we're here, and you have this beautiful, you're granite.
One of three.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Little talkative, but she's.
That's okay. If that's your worst crime.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Um,
I mean, as far as I've been a single mother my whole life and had to work 3 jobs, so a lot of things in my house have not got done.
Gotcha. Okay, well, as you know, we have like 900 of these. So the goal is to hear all of these. It's an ambitious goal in the first 3 weeks of March, and then we will start deliberating as a group, with the whole board, or they try to get they need 5 people to get together. I will present what, we have for the cases that I heard, and then they are hoping to get decisions out like the first week in April. Now, it's first in, first out, and today is only day 3, so you're one of the first ones in, so hopefully you'll hear sooner rather than later. If you are not satisfied with your, whatever the outcome is, you can appeal to the state. That is your appeal of last resort, but
I hope this town has some compassion and does the right thing for all the people that have lived here. Not the new people that are coming in, but all the people that have lived here for years. I hope that the town makes some kind of concession for us.
And there's a man who came in the other day and was saying that he lives also in the beach area, and people were, and he was getting brought up and whatever, and he's like, there really should be some sort of reward, that's not the right word.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying,
For
for the people that
keeping
are.
the charm of
Right.
some of the
town.
historic homes
Right,
and
because
all
this
that
town is
stuff.
gonna turn into a city soon. I give it another few years,
Yeah.
if it's not already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't disagree
Yeah.
with you.
So it's not helping this town, it's ruining it. Yeah.
It's kind of pushing the people out.
It is, and all the New Yorkers are coming in because they don't care about land. They'll pay the $1 million or $2 million for a house. They're happy, but for all of us that have been here all our lives, my mother's 96, she's got to come and appeal. Isn't that ridiculous?
Oh, does she live with, or no?
She lives around the corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she can qualify for some sort of senior tax relief.
She does have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I mean,
I have that
it's better
also.
than a poke in the eye,
Right.
but,
Right.
still.
Still a lot. Yeah. But anyway, so do I have to tell you anything else? Or
No, unless there's
you want
anything else you want to include that you want me to help bolster your case, but otherwise the photos will help immensely. I would make sure, if you want to, take pictures of the house next door.
Oh, I do.
Okay, yeah, so send everything that you have. So,
This is a broken window that they didn't even know about, so I told them about that, because who knows what it, and this is the back of it.
right.
Isn't it beautiful? Because before this, well, I'm 102, so I don't know what he is, but I do know the name,
It's right next door.
right next door.
So if I'm looking at your house,
Of my house, it's mine. If I'm standing in the front of my house, they're on the left.
on the left, okay.
And for 30 years, my dear, I have asked the town to have them come and clean that yard. And for 30 years, and even before that, no, now it's
Is it
vacant.
blighted?
So here's what happened. So my aunt lived on the other side of that house, the Kellerman, and she kept calling the town, I kept calling the town. And what happened was the town never did anything about it. And then during COVID, I called again and I said, you've got to do something, because now between the gophers and the rats, I can't.
Right.
Because now they're
Right,
affecting
they're
all of
taking
them. Yeah, under my garage, the holes are awful from the gophers, awful. And I'm not spending money to go have that taken away.
Right.
That is not my problem. And so,
It is, but not.
it is my problem, I know, because
Yeah.
it's destroying mine, and the neighbor next to me can't even have a garden.
Mhm.
So the town finally came in during COVID and made him, fined him like, I don't know, $100 a day, whatever it was. But he did the minimal outside, and then they came back, the kids, and did it again, because they were all annoyed that I called, and I said I didn't care. I mean, I had to call them to tell them the window was broken.
Right.
I had to call them to tell them there's
And it's
animals.
vacant now, you said?
He's vacant, yes, because he's in a home. Yeah. And so I thought there was a thing where you had to paint the house, a blight for that. I don't know.
I'm not sure about all the rules about blight, but.
Right. So finally they cleaned the yard, and that took, I'm gonna say, a good 40 years for them to clean that yard. I've been living there 35, my aunt was there 15 years before me. She was complaining until she passed away, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're so quick to add up all these things and assess our property as so great, but they don't come when they're supposed to.
Look at my
Right.
rainbow.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, my dog caught a rat the size of a small baby bunny. Yeah.
This is red, that's orange, that's yellow, that's green, blue, purple, and
Yellow.
let me see. No, that. No, wait,
She's so bright.
stop.
She is
This
very.
is purple, this is yellow, this is orange, this is blue, this is green, this is red. What's this one?
You can make it pink.
Well, if you're doing the Roy G. Bibb, you're forgetting indigo, remember?
No.
No?
This is
Okay.
purple.
Okay.
No.
So she has to do her job, you have to go
This
now.
is yellow, that's orange, that's green, purple. This is purple, that's orange, that's yellow, this is red.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Good job.
So do I need this for anything?
No, you can keep this,
I have your phone number.
text me the pictures and I will add them to your file.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I thought doing it like this would be a lot easier. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All my kitchen tiles are cracked.
Yeah,
I don't have the money to do that.
send them, and
Yeah.
send the pictures of the.
When the guy changed the handles on my cabinet, he goes, don't you want to paint them? I said, do you have $1,000? Because I don't have $1,000
Right.
to paint them. So, yeah, no. But yeah, let's raise our taxes, that's great.
Yeah. Okay. It is appeal number 96. The property address is 43 Shoreham Terrace. Today is March 4th, and it is 9:59. And I am here with Patricia Kostiak, and I'm Chrissy Kelly, and I'm an alternate on the Board of Assessment Appeals. They bring in extra people for this. Makes sense. Because there are so many. I just need to swear you in.
Yep.
Do you solemnly swear that the information that you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Just need to find that. Let me get that's fine, just fine, no. Okay. Perfect. All right. First, your first.
Second.
Second.
The other one almost came too. So this is,
How old is the?
he turned 4 in January.
Okay, what do you got? Because I
Okay.
looked through your file,
So-
yep, and I saw, go ahead.
So I have a copy, which I did not include my 2020 appraisal, but my husband
Okay.
found it last night when he was going through, because we had just bought our house in 2020.
Okay.
So we happen to have appraisals done outside of this whole
Right, you
thing
have
for
one-
2020 and for 2025.
For 2025, right, I
So
saw
we
the
have
one
both.
for May of 2025, right.
Yes.
They will
So-
hold more credence to the
Yes.
newer ones.
But just
Yeah.
to show you,
Mhm.
I have, okay, so for the 2020 we were appraised at exactly what we bought the property for, $450.
Okay,
And then in 2020, our appraisal number for Fairfield was $587. And
okay,
you're like, okay, fine, reasonable. That's what it is. We didn't know anything to
Yep.
reassess, blah, blah, blah.
mhm,
And then for 2025, what I did already provide, it says that we're at 551, but our appraisals for Fairfield is coming in at 517. Or, 817, sorry.
8, 7, oh, did you already get a reduction?
A small one.
A small one, because I had you at 839
Teeny
here,
tiny,
right,
yeah.
but 817, so I'll just take a note of that in my file. Okay, so you have, right, some people have done that, it's like
Right.
10,000 or whatever, like,
Right.
something small. Okay, so 817 versus, you're thinking more along 551, is what you were
Yes.
thinking.
Just
Okay,
because it just happened that we were applying for a HELOC this summer.
Yep.
And I
You have
asked
no
for $100,000 for
Mhm.
my line of credit, and then they came back and they're like, no, your house isn't worth that much. And they're like, what are you talking about? But now, that's fine.
yeah, well, I'm going to make
Yes,
lemonade out of lemons.
correct. And so, yeah, it was done third party before thinking about the assessment, and so it's just a fair,
And between
Appraisal.
2020 and 2025, I don't have the field card in front of me, it should be in the
so
packet.
we've
Did you do any
started-
renovations?
started but not completed a finished storage space in the basement. That's the only
Okay.
thing that we've done. And it's not that much.
Right. Not to make it a $200 difference. But it is not finished.
Because of this. This is why I
Yeah,
had to have finished
you guys get in the way of things, don't you? You're a sweetheart.
And they will grow from her after this.
Oh,
So she's a champion. Sierra.
you're so sweet. What a good baby. Oh, my goodness.
I put her in
Okay.
this, St. Patrick's Day outfit, and my husband was like, oh, is she your lucky charm? I was like, yeah.
Yes, yes, she is.
She is.
Aww. Okay, well, so this, do you want me to include the 2020, well, sure, is there anything
Yeah.
that you want to take with you? Do you want me to make a
No,
photocopy
you
of
can do-
something?
So
Can I
these are the only copies that, well, I have copies of the appraisals, obviously.
Okay.
But I don't have other copies of.
Okay, I don't
the
need the,
notices.
I don't need the notices. No, I just,
and
if I can keep the other appraisal, just to have it, I'll take
Yeah.
anything that, I can't make a copy of it if you'd
Yeah,
like me to.
I think that's it.
Okay, yeah, and anything else that you can think of that,
No, that is.
because it has the comps in here, it had,
Yeah.
Grasmere and the two on Churchill.
Yeah, I think our number, whatever the code is for our.
Your
town,
neighborhood code, the
Our neighborhood
96,
code,
yeah,
is with a lot of really fancy houses and near the beach,
yeah,
and we're right on the post road.
yeah.
So I think that when you're doing like an all-around
Right, Shoreham
generic
Hood,
comparison.
is that the circle, or no?
No,
That is,
it goes right,
Shoreham
it's-
Village, sorry.
That's Shoreham Village, yeah. So we're right next to that. We go off of Fairfield Ave and then connect to Riverside.
Gotcha,
So it's like
Gotcha.
two major roads.
yeah, yeah.
So I think that that's part
Gotcha.
of why the original number was so inflated,
Gotcha.
but,
The 4, but even the one from last time, the 429. Okay. All right, well, we will take your appraisals are like, for me, that's like the gold standard as far as.
There you go. Especially done without the assessment in mind, that we just happen to have both of these, I think is
Right,
great
right.
for our case.
Okay, so just to let you know, we are, it's like 900 plus.
People just keep not showing up.
Well, actually today, yeah, so, well, I'd say like 2 or 3 out of like 15 or whatever that I have of it. So, whatever, we'll see, it's only day 3. The goal is to get, most of the hearings done, it's an ambitious goal by like the last week in March.
Great.
And then, we'll start deliberating.
Great.
And then you should, hopefully, we're gonna do first in, first out, so today's only day 3, so you'll be one of the
Great.
first, hopefully, to hear. You'll get a letter in the mail.
And then that's just it, that's the
Well,
number.
you can appeal to the state if you're still not happy after that. But you won't get like a rationale in your letter, but the deliberations are going to be recorded.
Okay.
And so you can reference the agenda of their deliberations and find
Okay,
which one,
cool.
if you want to hear, oh,
Sure.
wait, why did they not, or why did they, or,
Yeah.
exactly, fly on the wall kind of thing. So, so that's that. So, and again, you can appeal to the state if you need to.
Yeah.
Well, I had one person come in the other day.
I assume.
Yes, okay. Great. Okay. This is appeal number 97. It is March 4th, and it is 10:15. And the property address is 285 Hoyden Hill Road, and I'm here with Daniel Carney, and this is Chrissy Kelly, nobody else here, and I just need to swear you in real quick. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the accepted appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Okay. So, I just need you to sign that for me. Perfect. Okay, and all right, have at it. Tell me what you got.
Alrighty. So, when I looked at the new assessment appeal,
Mm-hmm.
the new assessment,
Yep.
I looked at all the other houses nearby,
Okay,
land properties,
yep, I saw that.
starting from Congress Street, where Hoyden Hill begins,
Mhm.
up to, let's say 506. After that, the houses become a different class of house.
Sure, sure.
So, I think these represent probably the closest to my property.
Okay.
So when I took the difference in values from the old assessment to the new assessment,
Mm-hmm.
mine was the highest.
Gotcha. Congratulations.
Yeah. So I'm the outlier.
Gotcha.
And logically, it didn't make sense to me because of the monopoles that went in recently,
Right,
and I was awarded already a 30% discount.
you were for that. Okay.
So to jump up 67% in that short period didn't seem reasonable.
Okay.
And even if you take that highest one and the lowest one and average it out, it's like 47%.
Right. That discount for the monopoles, I'm sorry, that came
Yeah.
last year, like when they went in, or,
Yeah.
or like, did you get an adjustment mid-cycle, is what I'm saying,
I
or?
didn't appeal last year, and I have that notice here.
Okay,
March 18th,
okay,
a change of 170, 850.
okay. March 18th, okay. Can I make a copy of this too?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
What's the date there? March 18th, 2024, okay.
Yeah.
I'll save that till the end, I'll make a copy. I don't wanna just interrupt the flow here, so go ahead.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you take a similar property in size, land size and house size, I would say probably 158. I mean, they're 51%,
Okay,
and they're not dealing with the monopole. I mean, that seems reasonable to
Right.
me, but,
are any of these have, so
so my neighbor at 205,
also has the monopole?
he shares this other
Gotcha,
side. Yeah,
okay, okay.
he's at 40% difference.
Mhm.
And then 363, my other neighbor, shares one of the poles as well.
Okay,
They're at 56.
gotcha,
So it just seems unreasonable.
gotcha, okay. Do you know of any other, because when I go back to deliberate with the board, the thing that they really hang their hats on, which I understand the monopole would probably be different because they're also newer, or like, recent comps, like so sales in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. So do you know of any recent, I mean, I can look, I can.
Yeah, no, in
search
this
it,
group, no. In this group, no. There's
Gotcha.
no recent sales, but like I said before, after these, it's a different class of house. And
Right.
1.6,
So it's apples and oranges.
2
Right.
million, yeah, there were some sales, but they're
Gotcha,
close to 2 million.
gotcha,
But they're
Okay.
beautiful estates.
right, not attracting the same buyer.
Right.
Okay. Okay, well, I will bring this to the board, I will show them, so you're comparing appraisal to appraisal, right? So this is what you did for,
Yeah, I took the,
the market value.
Yeah, and then the new one, I looked up each property.
Gotcha,
type,
yep,
I
okay,
think there's a
so
percent difference between the two.
appraisal to appraisal. Okay, and no upgrades to your house over since the last,
No,
nothing?
nothing's changed in 5 years, really.
Right, no upgrades write down everything I can, that will be helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, no upgrades. Okay,
Just the
what's that?
unexpected, value.
Yeah, no, and, I don't want to, it's supposed to be a science, but I think it is an art. There are certain neighborhood codes that
Yeah,
have $500,000 houses and $5 million houses, and I don't understand, they can't be in the same bucket, and so, you do have to pay a little more attention to the details.
yeah,
So-
there's definitely a point, I take a walk every day, go up the hill. It's a beautiful farmhouse, they have horses, and,
Right.
it's like,
Right.
in a different,
Right, but you're in the same neighborhood code,
Yeah.
and unfortunately you get lumped in with that, so, but that's what this extra analysis is for.
yeah.
So, okay, well, there's, again, I'm only, an alternate on the Board of Assessment Appeals. They bring in extra people during this time because, to do the hearings. But I will sit in on the hearings. I will be the one who's presenting your case to when we deliberate. And then, since there's so many, our ambitious goal is to try to get them all heard by the end of March. And then hopefully, you'll get a letter in the mail the beginning of April.
Okay,
They are doing the deliberations in order, so like first in, first out, and since today is only day 3, there's a good chance you will hear earlier than
okay,
some others. So, and then you'll just get a letter in the mail, you won't get a rationale, nothing, but the deliberations will be recorded, so you can check the posted agenda minutes, see if your property was on that,
Okay.
and then go find it if you want to hear what was discussed. And then lastly, if you are not happy with our decision, then you can appeal to the state. That is, so that's not your
Right.
last resort, but
right,
a more inconvenient one. So
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't come to that, but it is, just know that there is another option, but hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Okay.
So, can I make a quick copy of that other one too?
Yeah,
The
that
one
change.
for March of yeah, I just want to make a quick copy of that, and then I'm going to go downstairs and tell them about having it on there. I'll put it in recording silence.
It's wrong.
Oh,
Because when I called, she said, oh, you must be the 4th. I said, should it being the 4th?
oh,
So apparently
Oh,
all of
gotcha.
them are off.
yeah, so clearly something else is going on, because like I said, I now have had 5 no-shows.
Oh, good.
Okay, so,
But that shouldn't have stopped them from coming.
no, well, unless they didn't even get a letter, that's what I'm concerned about, is that some people didn't even get one, but I don't know, because I refuse to believe that all these people,
No, I find it hard to believe.
yeah,
that.
so,
Their letter might have been slightly off, but
yeah, so you're 173 Horseshoe Lane, right? Yeah, and it doesn't match the,
Yeah.
again, embarrassing.
But what does match is
It's
the
upstairs.
appraisal
Yeah.
and the ID.
So it's just the name, but
Yeah.
still, and that doesn't, to be honest, that doesn't impact anything that we're doing here, so. I didn't know if we got theirs. Yeah.
I mean,
no.
I'd be happy to talk about that address if you.
That is not you, you are okay, so this is appeal number 102, the address is 173 Horseshoe Lane, it is March 4th, and the time is 11:52. Okay, I am here with, is Walter, are you Walter?
Walter.
Walter Seaman? Simon?
Seaman.
Seaman, okay.
You are correct.
And Barbara, I just have to write that in here, Barbara, same last name? Okay. I'm gonna initial that, and then I just need to swear you guys in, and then we can talk about your file, okay? So do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
We do.
Okay. And I think just, well, it does say 2, so if you don't mind, both signing there.
You are?
Oh, Chrissy Kelly, sorry. I'm
Chrissy Kelly.
I am, and my name is on there, sorry. Chrissy Kelly, I am an alternate on the Board of Assessment Appeals. They take in extra people during this time, since we have so many appeals, they can't possibly hear them all. So I will be the one who will go back to, the board and present your case when we deliberate, and then we'll vote on it as a group.
Okay.
So that's how that will work. But yeah, so let's do it. Tell me what you got.
Okay. First of all, I guess I would say that we do follow real estate market values, and, you know, we've been interested in it for years and years.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of information on it. We know people in real estate who also send us things.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's more out of curiosity and all that. And so we're kind of aware, really, of what we think the property value should be,
Okay.
based on what we've observed and seen. Even though we fully recognize that there are some crazy numbers out there
Yeah.
of people who bid stuff way up.
Yeah.
You know, and,
A lot of spec houses, yeah.
right, and I think that was true more a year ago or even 9 months ago, and less true today.
Okay.
That things are selling closer. But anyway, we were kind of surprised when we got our appraisal, that showed a fair market value of $1.6 million.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And, you know, we thought, oh, isn't that nice?
Right.
But then when we
Where do I
started,
sign?
but
Who
then-
wants to buy it?
yeah, who would like it?
Mhm.
And then when we started to contemplate, we said, this is ridiculous. This is unrealistic as a number. You know, we haven't seen anything like that in our area. So then I went out and I looked at other houses, which isn't always easy to find,
Oh,
that sold, you know, during that time period, during the
winter,
summer,
yeah,
the summer,
August,
into
they
the
were like
fall.
August, September,
Yeah.
and November, the
Well,
ones that you,
Do you
yeah.
have our worksheet?
I do,
You
and
know.
I had just,
Well, we
for my
Because-
own sanity,
We
yeah.
just happened to find two right around the corner from us.
Right.
Yeah, so
Same
until,
houses, type houses, but bigger,
Yeah.
15 to 20%
Right, so we-
bigger.
right, on Silver Spring, there are two houses.
Mm-hmm,
They are I think they're even built by the same builder. They're
okay,
bigger houses. I've seen the inside of them. They're very, very similar to our house. And they were sold, during the summer, one at the end of August,
mm-hmm.
one at the end of July.
Yeah,
And, you know, in looking at them, they sold for 1.39, 1.4,
mm-hmm,
but they're like 2,900 square feet, over 2,900, we're 2,500.
yep, I see that,
If you look at the pictures, they almost look just like our house.
okay.
All of them have 2 acres, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, so then I went on Zillow and Redfin, as you
yeah,
can see on here, and I thought, well, what do they say? You know, because, and they seem to say about $1.3 million for our
Right.
house. Actually,
I will
Redfin,
let
We
you know,
realized that they
but
don't
like the assessor's
see-
office does not, like, Zillow is like a 4-letter word to them, I'm just
Yeah.
telling you.
Yeah.
So
Gives you a
I'm gonna
ballpark.
lean more on the recent sales,
Yeah.
because those are good numbers, you know?
yeah, and you know, but
And the
But
recent sales also had appraisals in line with their sales price.
Right.
because the appraisal was done after they actually coned in on a sale price.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we thought, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Then there are even a couple more, you know, there's one around the corner from us on Merwin's
Merwin, yeah.
Lane. You know, it's an older house, but it's all brick, it's a very nice house.
mhm,
You know, and that sold for $1.3 million, kind of right, bigger
Bigger
house.
house,
Much bigger.
yeah,
Okay, and then, you know,
More
and then we looked
property.
at one on Hull's Farm, which is also, was considered in Greenfield Hill.
mm-hmm,
But, you know, and that's much bigger and even has a lot of outbuildings. So it was 3,500, it has 6
it's living
bedrooms,
space, yeah,
you know,
okay.
and it also sold for $1,395,000. So we don't know where this $1.6 million
Six
comes from.
came
Right.
from.
And then looking back on the assessment, you know, in town, and I know this is not something you can totally argue with, but the assessments in town went on up an average of 65%.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Okay, and ours went up 100%.
yeah. I see
Seemed
that.
out of line.
Mm-hmm,
And if you went up 65% off our old appraisal, you would also be at $1,325,000.
right.
So, you know, that's kind of where I think we're at, and I'd probably be happy if I could get $1,350,000 for it. But you might be able to,
Right, if I look at, which I also am not supposed to apparently, look at what your comparables that you're giving me were appraised at, that 125 Silver Spring Road was appraised at 139.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
I don't even understand that. I don't understand, like an 820, say, that their land, which is also 2 acres, is 896. End of the street, just like ours. I don't know why, I don't know where they
Could
come
be
up with some of
wetlands,
this,
you don't
but,
know.
820.
yeah, we don't know.
820, I have them appraised
Silver.
at 1461,
Yes,
yeah.
but the land,
Oh, the land, just
the
the land,
land
okay.
is kind of like off,
Yeah,
I don't know.
gotcha.
But, so anyway, that's why
I see
we're
what you're
objecting. We think it's
We
just,
wanna know why our house is worth so much more
Right,
than these houses.
right. I don't disagree with you. And you've done no upgrades in the last 5 years, nothing?
No.
That would, yeah, because that would be on the field card.
yeah, and that, not that they come in and look at the inside of your house.
No, I didn't let them in my house.
Yeah, well, they did come through a few years ago,
Okay.
you know, and walk through.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we,
We weren't home as they came by.
Right. Oh, yeah, ours walked around the yard because we just put it on.
no, I was there, they came in the house.
Oh.
No, I meant read this year's.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
this
this
year,
year now.
no,
Gotcha.
no.
Okay.
no. It was all based on something, but we can't figure out what.
Okay.
On the field cost.
So that's really just our case and
Yeah.
our argument, because we think it's out of line.
Well, and these sales are within the, so this is helpful. What they want to see are sales that are within the time frame and that, because like sometimes, you know, people will come like, oh, well, this house sold in 2023, and like so much, as we know, has happened even in 2 years. So to have them in the summer of 2025 is good, and one of them is even in November.
That was interesting because the assessment was $1.7 million.
Yeah,
But they actually sold it for $1.4 million.
yeah,
You know, and it's
Yeah.
like, you know, so that tells you something about the assessment, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't pass judgment.
It's
but-
really our house we're concentrating.
yeah, no, exactly. I totally, and I'm not here to make a case for any of the others.
Right,
But it just helps me to put things into perspective.
yes.
Unfortunately, though, it does look like, when I do look at that those other, all these houses that you put on here, how you were saying the town average is 65% and yours was 100%. They are almost all around.
I know they
So
are.
it's like.
Yeah.
I know they are.
Consistently bad.
Yeah. Why-
And again, they are not my concern. You are sitting here right now, but.
Why, you know, why
But I don't know what's happening in
100%?
the-
Why so much more
Why
there
is the
than
value
other?
so much higher?
Right, so I'm curious if something's happening in that neighborhood code that they have you in, that 0058 is your neighborhood code. If there's other sales that have happened in that broader area, maybe even a different type, that kind of a rising tide lifts all boats kind of thing.
Yeah, but
But-
these two are right around the corner from us.
Right.
Not
But,
like 2 miles away.
yeah, and that's what they really saw. You know, one thing that I was really wondered about was the land value. Not that I'm here to argue that,
No.
because it's really the house that we're comparing it to. But the
Yeah, but
land
it's-
value is,
especially down in the beach area, it's the land value, so.
yeah, $1.1 million though for a empty lot, really?
Yeah,
It could be, I don't really know, but I thought that seems to be something that surprised me too. But
Mhm.
the total value, I just think the total is wrong. There's just no way,
They stated at 100.
you know?
yeah.
I'm sure you've heard a lot of the moaning and groaning.
Nobody's here to say you wonder.
No, but I will tell you, as an aside, I was dreading this, because I thought everyone was just gonna come in here and yell, like, I don't give you your taxes, I don't, you know,
Right.
said it, but I was prepared to be yelled at as if I did. And everyone has been pleasant, everyone has been organized, everyone
Should I
has.
yell?
No, I'm not, that was not an
Oh, you were-
invitation.
Oh, okay.
But, I'm just saying, and I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like, the more data you give me, you know,
Yeah,
some people who were saying their house, you know, hasn't been updated, they were coming with pictures, you know, like, great, I want them all, I wanna see everything, I wanna see the cracked tiles in the bathroom, I wanna see the, you know, kitchen that
yeah,
was.
although, you know, even that stuff is minor. It's more
Right.
like, what is somebody willing to pay?
Right,
Fair market value, you know, I just don't see it.
right,
You know, it doesn't mean that it couldn't happen if you got in a bidding war, but I think we're a little past that now,
Well, and we're,
even though inventory's low.
inventory is low, but, I mean, it's been older it's not
It's
like a
50-year-old,
classic, like a 1920s home, you know, but,
no,
older
it's a
than-
50-year-old house.
and in line with all the others. I used to live up there, I was on Victoria Court off of Wellington for a while.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right behind us almost.
Oh, really?
Wellington, we
yeah.
can see
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wellington from Horseshoe.
Yeah, yeah, I was,
You might not know what you were looking at, but.
we were like practically right on the merit.
Yeah,
So,
oh, at that end.
yeah, well, we were on Victoria Court, which like
Oh,
Spencer's
yeah,
off
right,
onto.
Right.
So there was one house that was literally on the merit, and then we were right in front of
That
that
was the
one.
original
Yeah.
one,
The Baruch, does that sound familiar? Yeah,
No, it's been what we've moved down to the beach after that, so,
beach is great.
it is great, I do love it, but, you know,
Yeah,
it has its perks too, like 3 acres of property, 0.3 acres of property, yeah, so,
yeah.
but, okay, so,
That's
is there anything
basically,
else that you had that you didn't have in your file that you want me to add to the file? Because I have everything that, like, I have this sheet, I have everything else, I have the
I
field
mean,
cards, I have all that stuff.
the only thing that interested me is that if I took our old appraisal and bumped it up 65%, I get to what I actually think the house probably is worth.
Gotcha.
But I don't think that's an argument that they're gonna love. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I didn't put that in there because,
No, and we have,
you know,
there's many realtors, I am not a realtor, but there's many realtors on the board, so like, they will, more than likely, all of them have been in these houses, so they'll be able to say, been in that house,
right,
it's beautifully done, brand new kitchen, brand new bathrooms, or no, this one has not been updated, you know, like,
Well,
so.
I looked at the two on Silver Spring,
Mhm.
especially 125. You know, and I looked and I said, that looks like our house. That's why I
Yeah, so
think
you
it's,
would say that's your
I-
best comp, the,
Silver
I
125
think
Silver
it
Spring.
is, I mean, it's very similar. It's a little bit older than our
Four-bedroom,
house.
colonial, look, if you're looking at the three
They're
pictures.
do you remember the builder Fortuna?
Yeah.
Okay, ours was built by Fortuna.
Mhm.
These other two look exactly
Like
like
that.
they were too.
Okay.
Because during that time period, he built a lot of houses.
Okay.
So I would, looking at it and seeing the little features and stuff, that looks like a Fortuna, but I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know when they were built,
No.
but
I do know when they were built.
So one of the Silver Springs were built in
The
65 and
60s,
71.
Yeah.
some were 70.
Yeah, we're 76. So very similar,
Okay,
you know,
so,
but smaller. That's another, you know, we got a smaller house
yeah, they
with,
are smaller.
with a bigger
430.
assessment on it. And it's like, how come? That's sort of why
Yeah, one has a bigger lot, one has a smaller lot, you're like right in the middle of the two.
As far as, you know, as far as square footage,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and it's,
Um.
I thought that was all with 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah,
yep,
you know, but,
yeah, so, I mean, again, those are good comps, and I feel like if you make a good, you know,
Makes a good
argument,
argument.
yes. So because there are so many of these,
yeah,
our goal is to make sure we're trying to get them done. The ambitious goal of getting all the hearings done by March, the end of
Sure,
March, and
sure.
then we'll start
because you're gonna
deliberating.
set your rate and,
Yeah, but we'll start deliberating at the end of March / early April. We are not gonna wait until we're done with all deliberations. As soon as we deliberate, then you'll get your notification in the mail.
Yeah.
So we're doing those on a first in, first out basis. Today is only day 3 of assessment, so you should hopefully be one of the first ones to hear. So
right,
ambitiously, the first week in April, I'm gonna say early April, hopefully. You'll get a letter in the mail, hopefully with the correct mail merge. And what's not in there will be no like rationale or explanation or anything, but we are recording all of the deliberations, so there will be agendas posted of which properties we're discussing on which one, and you'll be able to go back and listen to the deliberations to say, well, I wonder how they got to this number, or why, like, so you'll be able to hear it, we're just not putting it
Yeah.
in the letter, yeah.
yeah,
And then lastly, if you don't like the result, you can appeal with the state. You need a lawyer, it's kind of, but
No.
I'm not discouraging you from it, I say have at it, like, it's, you know,
yeah.
but, I just know that it's not there is one last
Yeah.
chance, but hopefully it doesn't get to
I
that.
wanted to do the process through these 2 steps.
Exactly, so, but you've given us
Okay.
good comps, I will
Okay.
present your case to the board for deliberations, and we will take it from there.
Thank
Do you have any
Thank you
other
very much.
questions?
No,
No? Okay.
No, we're good.
enjoy the rest of your
You
day.
can't tell us why our appraisal is higher than.
I cannot, because I didn't even, they don't even, which is frustrating to me, they won't give us the comps that they use. I don't understand why that is so secret, because that is helpful information to me. Tell me, well, we looked at these 5 houses, and then I can say to you, well, I don't think this is a good match because it's newer or whatever. And so they won't give that to me. So I feel like the onus is really on the homeowner to come and make your case why they are wrong, which
Yeah.
we can argue the ethical nature of that, but that is what the process that I have to navigate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Yeah,
listening to us.
thank you, thank you.
No problem, and that's why I'm here. So, and I'm just glad you showed up, because like I said, I've been sitting in this room all day, waiting for people.
Oh, you want to discuss that other property?
I think we're good. Okay. Today is March 4th, this is appeal number 105, and it is 12:15. And I am Chrissy Kelly, and I am here, are you Samantha? No. Okay, Samantha Pattinson is here, and the address is 915 Old Post Road. So, I'm just going to sign this. Swear you in, and then I'm just going to need your signature. So, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal, now in question, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. Okay, so here we go. And I just need your signature, right here. And then we are good to go. Okay, perfect. And, again, my name is Christine Kelly. I'm an alternate on the Board of Assessment Appeals. They bring in extra people, during this time because there's just too many hearings. Okay. So I will be the one who presents then your case to the board when we deliberate. So.
I didn't speak to Tyler Technologies because I was out of the country.
Okay.
Somebody was ill, so I was away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We got to the point of coming to the hearing.
That's
Otherwise,
fine.
I would have tried to rectify it earlier if I could have.
Okay, and I don't know, so it looks like you're, to be honest, the people that I know who have done with spoken with power on the phone, some of them are also still coming here because an adjustment was made. But I don't think I've seen an adjustment more than $13,000. So this was probably going to be your route anyway, just to let you know, so you don't feel like you missed out on.
Good.
Okay, so.
So, good afternoon. Thank you for hearing my appeal today. My name is Samantha Pattinson, and I'm the owner of 915 Old Post Road. I believe the fair market value of my property has been overstated on several grounds. Effective age, reconciliation of sales data, horizontal equity, and location. The property sold in June 2021 for $2.225 million, and again in September 2024 when I purchased it for $2.6 million. All major improvements, including the permitted fiberglass plunge pool, were already reflected in the 2021 sales price. There's been no substantial renovations since that time, only cosmetic updates and deferred maintenance. The effective age of the home did not materially change between those sales. If the 2021 sale price already included the pool and the assessment model added contributory pool value again based on permit data, there is a risk of double counting. When I purchased the property, the neighbouring home had just sold for $3.5 million. It is larger and fully renovated to a significantly higher standard. That sale established a psychological benchmark and influenced the price I paid. However, my home remains largely original. It has original windows and mechanicals, uneven floors, and structural irregularities consistent with age. It is not comparable in condition or amenities. The neighbouring property, despite selling for $3.5 million in a few days, was assessed at approximately $2.5 million It's inequitable to disregard that transaction for assessment purposes when it materially influenced the conditions under which my property sold. If the 3.5 million sale is considered valid market evidence when it affects my purchase price, it should also be considered valid market evidence in that property's assessment. In addition, my property sits on a sharp corner with greater traffic, noise exposure, reduced privacy, and responsibility for a long stretch of public-facing pavement. It is partially within the historic district, bearing obligations without the full benefit. This location limits the buyer pool and its value. In conclusion, I respectfully request the board reduce the fair market value to approximately 2.35 to 2.4 million. The 2021 arm's length sale already incorporated major improvements. No substantial renovations have occurred since. My 2024 purchase price is influenced by a superior neighbouring sale not proportionally reflected in that property's assessment. Given effective age, condition, inferior amenities, and location factors, the current assessment overstates my fair market value. I respectfully request consistent application of valuation standards.
Okay. 931 Old Post Road, that's the one that you're talking about that was, the $3.5 million one, right?
Yeah.
And, so where I see that when I bring this to the board, which I am happy to do, trust me, I want you to know that I'm all for reducing these numbers. I'm going to have a hard time with the saying that the house is worth less than what it was when you bought it. That's the argument that I want to hammer in and say. So we want to say that that purchase price would be influenced by that sale of 3.5, which was kind of causing a frenzy in the market at that time. Is that the argument that we're making?
I think it's less relevant, the price that I actually paid because of that situation than whether market data is applied consistently.
Okay.
The 3.5 million neighbouring sale clearly influenced my purchase price.
Yeah.
But the same transaction appears to be discounted in the property's assessment.
Right.
And if one transaction is influencing assessments upwards, it should be applied consistently across similar situated properties.
Right. So I feel like it was kind of creating an imbalance.
So it not only created the elevated sale price at the time, but it equally hasn't been taken into account when assessing, and so their 3.5 value is only because they've come out of a fair market value of 2.5.
2.5, yeah, I see that.
$1 million less than the sale price. So it shows that the board doesn't only look at, it's not looking at sale price for one, calling it an outlier, then my price shouldn't be used either, because otherwise I'm kind of double losing out. I paid more and I'm not being applied to the same standard as the property that caused me to pay more.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure I get all that right now. So we're not considering the 931. So I think I wrote it there, but for 3.5 now appraised.
I have a very brief
at 2.5.
Yeah.
Subject house should also not be lost into sale price. Okay. Do you have a copy of that statement that I can include in your file? Would you be comfortable if I did that in case? Was it in here already?
No, I just did it for the,
I can make a photocopy if you want to keep it.
No, it's fine, but, would you, I did a condensed version for myself. Or
Oh, okay.
one that I can give you either, but.
Yeah, I'm happy to just put it all in there, because the more I can give to them, the better that's okay.
But I'm happy with you having
Okay, perfect, because I'm gonna add that in here. And then you had given me,
So it's on all of those factors that are in
Yeah.
that statement.
yeah, which seems valid to me. This is the 931, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, and that probably is upsetting a lot of, but we had, you had given some others that were comparable,
There are other properties in the street that are
right, but they
larger
were
or more
not,
modern.
yeah, and they weren't sold
Or
as
they-
recently.
No.
Well, actually, April of 2024, 965 Old Post Road, but that's bigger.
Bigger, and it's in the heart of the post road, it's not on the corner.
Right.
It was sold before the 3.5 was put on the market, so it
Yeah,
wasn't
April, yeah.
bumped up by that price. Which again is to do with that, in my situation, with that price being either used or not used.
Yeah.
And as it wasn't used, my price shouldn't be used. That's a tiny, because the age of my property is, it is an old,
Yeah.
lovely home,
Mm-hmm.
but, you know, it's not in its mechanics and its original features. It's an
Mhm.
old
Mhm.
property.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that a really renovated property would be in a different.
Right, it's not a
market.
good comp. Yeah, it's not a good comp. And then same with 953 Old Post. That one looks like it's also older, 1919, but that one is only appraised at 1.8.
I'm not sure which that one was.
It's that one. Oh, I don't have the picture in front of me, but it was in your, like, I grabbed it from your file, but,
I think, that's just my chart. The 938, 965, we just spoke about, which one?
953. It's a smaller square footage.
Yeah, that's an old, you know, that was sold in 1987.
Yeah, so it hasn't turned over in a while,
It
yeah.
hasn't turned over. It's a smaller property, but it's in a much better location.
Right.
But I guess that was just a historic, how the prices
Yeah.
have jumped. And obviously that's, I understand that, and I understand that with all of that, I'm just asking for parity and to be treated fairly, and not be penalised.
Yeah.
And, you know, if the sales price, if these high sales prices aren't really indicative of the fair market value of the actual properties, for my neighbours, then it shouldn't be for mine.
Yep.
I mean, we are so closely neighboured in that we share a boundary in the back garden
Okay.
that, you know, they can't see my fence, but
Right.
it's actually their fence.
Okay.
They're very private. It's like a 5-star hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful,
Mhm.
but in a
I
different,
know, the pictures
but
are
in
stunning.
a
Yeah.
different league.
Yeah.
And that's fair
Yeah.
enough. So I'm just
Right.
asking my age, location,
Yep.
to be taken into account, and
Right.
obviously to be treated fairly and not unduly influenced by that higher price point that was really caused by it literally was within a few weeks of each other,
Right.
the sale, and it was said to me when I bought it, which was my decision,
Right.
but then I just want it to be, when it's
Right,
assessed,
it'll
to
correct,
be
it
the
should
same.
correct itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Okay, I have everything in your file, I have all my notes. Because there's so many of these, we are ambitiously hoping to be done with our hearings at the end of March, and we'll start deliberations in April. Again, it's ambitious, but that is our goal.
Okay.
So, we are hoping to, we are doing first in, first out, so since today is only day 3 of deliberations, you'll be of hearings, you'll be one of our in our first group of deliberations, so hopefully you'll hear sooner rather than later.
When you get your letter, it'll just be a very similar letter to what you just got. There won't be any rationale, this is why we chose, this is how we got our number, but the deliberations will be recorded.
Okay.
So the agenda will be posted for those meetings, and you'll be able to see if your property was one that we discussed that day, and then you can go back and listen to say, well, how did they get this? I don't agree with it, or, well, I'm glad that happened, I'd like to see what happened. Or you can just not listen to it, it doesn't matter, but it's there for you to listen to. And then lastly, if you do get your letter and you are still unpleased, you do have one last chance to appeal to the state, at the state level.
Okay.
So, that is above my pay scale. I've been told that it usually involves getting an attorney and all that stuff, but it is an option.
Sure.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but it is an option, so I don't want you to feel like, oh, hope is lost if you get a letter and you're unsatisfied.
And this would be in April?
And that should hopefully be in April, yes, early April, mid-April, that's the goal.
Okay, but I would have some time to prepare for that
Yes,
further hearing, should I need it?
yes, should you need it.
Okay,
Okay,
wonderful.
I'm not that, so do you have any other questions for me?
No?
Okay. Well, thank
so
you for
much.
being so organized, so prepared, so well-spoken. I really appreciate it.
That was nice to meet you.
And, hopefully you'll be getting good news from us in a few weeks.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Have a good day.
I know.
Let me just make sure I have the right one.
Sure.
The right order.
Um,
I would,
this is appeal number 106. Today is March 4th. It is, why is my phone not turning on? Tell me what time it is. It is 12:38. Weird. Okay. And the property address is 208 Sturgis Road. So 12:38. And I'm here with the owner, Jeff Smith, and this is Chrissy Kelly. And you know the drill, I have to swear you in.
correct.
Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal, non-question, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, to help you God?
I do.
Okay.
Do you have a copy of my field card by chance?
I should, yeah, hold on.
I usually print it out, and I
Yeah,
probably didn't put it in this folder.
let me see. Okay, so let me just see if it's in this file, which it's not, so it was not part of your original submission? Okay, I can look it up if you want. Do you want to
No, I
reference
just-
it, or do you want me
No,
to?
that's okay. I could probably get through it without it.
Okay, but I can pull it up if you want to, that's no worries.
Maybe the actual field card
Yeah.
itself instead of what Vision has.
Oh.
But there's a link
well,
you can click
yeah,
on,
to get the field card, yeah, on it.
because I have a question that I
Sure.
don't know if you can answer.
What is the address again? It's
208 Sturgis Road.
208 Sturgis Road. Would be helpful if I could spell. There we go, Sturgis Road, field card. Okay.
So, okay. All right.
There
We'll
for
get
your
to-
reference, if you need it.
Okay, so
Okay.
when we get to that point, I'll ask the question I have.
Sure.
So, just for full disclosure, I am a licensed, or a certified residential appraiser.
Okay.
And I hired, another appraiser from Fairfield, Larry Kelly, to do an independent appraisal of my home. Anyway, my house is a colonial-style home that was built in 1940. It's 2,202 square feet, and it's situated on .63 acres. Sturgis Road is a fairly busy street, gets a lot of traffic from people coming from town, the highway,
Yep.
the train. Used to be mornings and afternoons, and now it seems to be all day long.
Gotcha.
So, what,
And no sidewalks, right?
I do,
You do
but,
have sidewalks?
yeah.
Okay.
So, what Larry did was he chose comparables for, the first three comps that Larry chose 1142 Mill Plain Road,
Mm-hmm.
28 Elm Street, and 407 Meadowbrook Road, are all impacted by traffic. They, 1142 Mill Plain sold for, 1142 Mill Plain, excuse me,
Yep.
sold for 1.1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Larger home, and based on Larry's adjustments, it has an adjusted value of $1,065,200.
Okay, what was the purchase date of that?
December of 2024.
There it is,
Yeah.
gotcha, sorry, too many numbers.
I
My eyes
know.
are too small, oh, my eyes are too bad, okay, gotcha.
The next comp he chose was 28 Elm Street,
Mm-hmm,
which is very close to North Benson Road and the highway.
okay,
That sold for $1,000,001
yep,
in May of '25.
okay.
Smaller lot, which he adjusted $10,000 for. It's a slightly larger home, and it has an adjusted value of $1,104,500.
Okay,
The next comp that Larry chose was 407 Meadowbrook Road,
mm-hmm,
sold for $1,150,000 on July 21st of '25.
yep,
He adjusted it $10,000 for a smaller lot. Slightly larger home,
okay,
and it has an adjusted value of $1,142,200.
okay,
And then he went over to, for the next three comps, they're all on streets with minimal traffic.
okay,
So the first one is 196 Woods End Road,
mm-hmm,
sold for $1,190,000 in October of '24. He adjusted it $20,000 for being on a quiet street.
mm-hmm,
It's a larger home, and it has an adjusted value of $1,113,300.
okay,
The next one was 207 Windsor Road, sold in October of '24 for $1,225,000.
yep,
He adjusted it $10,000 for smaller lot
mm-hmm,
and $20,000 for quiet street, larger home with an adjusted value of $1,171,000.
mm-hmm,
The next comp he chose was on Orchard Hill Drive, number 94,
mm-hmm,
sold for $1,190,000 in July of '25. He adjusted it $10,000 for smaller lot and $20,000 for quiet street.
mm-hmm,
Virtually the same size house, and it has an adjusted value of $1,176,100.
mm-hmm.
And then Larry went on to add three more.
Oh, cool. Goodness, Larry's busy.
I guess it's good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Uh-huh. So 399 North Benson, that's busier,
yeah,
right?
so that was 399 North Benson Road, busy road, sold for $1,132,000 in August of '25. Similar size lot, traveled road, larger home, and that has an adjusted value of $1,087,400.
Mm-hmm,
And then he went over to 129 Brookmere Drive.
I don't know where Brookmere is.
Yeah, it's,
I can look it up.
no, it's, I'm trying to think of the best way to go. If you were to come up Crestwood Road,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
so when you go, Crestwood goes from Jennings all the way over to High Street.
yep,
So if you go past Crestwood, your next right is Brookmere.
oh, that sounds familiar now,
So
yeah,
So
yeah.
Brookmere runs from Crestwood to, I
Okay.
guess that's probably Lover's Lane right there.
Okay, that sounds
Where
right,
that comes in.
yeah, okay,
So similar
mm-hmm,
buyer pool. That sold for $1,275,000 in July of '25.
mm-hmm,
Slightly smaller house. Minimal traffic, he adjusted $20,000.
mm-hmm,
He said it was in very good condition, so he knocked it $100,000 for roughly 5% for condition.
gotcha,
And that has an adjusted value of $1,171,300.
okay,
And then, he added
This is a later sale, it looks, or, you know,
Yeah, so this house at 180 Sturgis Road is my neighbor.
okay,
That sold for $1,455,000. It's an older sale from May of '24.
okay,
It was better condition, larger home, and that had an adjusted value of $1,298,800.
okay, okay,
He included it because of the proximity.
right. There's
and he
no
didn't- he
adjustment
didn't-
made for.
Right, but
the
he
time.
didn't give it any value because it was dated.
Yeah, I can't
So-
imagine that when we deliberate, that one might come into play.
So,
Okay.
and then, so Larry, looks like Larry kind of correlated to the midpoint of the range
Okay,
of this first 8 comps. And
Sure.
didn't value the last
yeah,
one.
yeah, that makes sense.
So my big bone of, not contention, but
Yeah.
my
Argument,
discrepancy, my
yeah.
main argument, with the value of my home is the value of the lot.
The land, okay.
And I'm-
Yeah, oh, sorry. There it is.
So the town has my lot appraised for,
Sorry, go ahead. And it's touchscreen too, so if you need to scroll.
I want
Or
to
zoom
pick a
in.
lot. So the town has my lot appraised for $1,094,100. My contention is that my lot is worth somewhere around the 800, give or take, a little bit. Based on this bottom page here, these were all knockdowns in comparable locations.
With all of these,
And with the,
Okay.
you know, so, for example, 416 Old Mill Road sold for $740,000 in
Okay.
April of '24. 392
Gotcha.
closed for $800 in July of '23. Now,
Okay.
you know,
yeah,
you're going back a little bit in time for land,
yeah,
but
but
it's hard because, you know, by the time somebody knocks something down and starts building,
it's outdated.
yeah, so
uh-huh.
you're kind of limited. So, you know, in the first 2 here, I could probably throw a softball to for my house.
Okay,
So Old Mill kind of runs, Sturgis and Old Mill parallel each other,
mhm,
so it's right in my neighborhood. And then, like, for example, here's one on 208 Woods End Road, which is probably a similar location, but quiet street, sold for $700 in May of '24.
okay,
59 Thornhill Road is probably the most similar in lot size to mine. It was, I think, .58 or 59 acres.
okay,
That closed in July of '23 for $800. Now,
and these houses were legit tear downs, like these
Yes.
were, you were buying this for the land value. for your
exactly,
home.
yes. So, like, for example, like the 2 on Old Mill, my lot is probably is bigger than both of theirs,
Mhm,
but those are parts of Old Mill where there's minimal traffic. It's at the far end of Old Mill when you cross
Okay.
Umpqua. So,
Yep.
to me, as a buyer or an appraiser, if I think that the difference in the lot size is offset by the traffic, if you
Okay.
know where I'm
yeah,
going with that.
Yeah, I hear you. Mhm,
So if these were quarter acre, third of an acre
mhm,
for 800, there's no traffic down there.
right,
Whereas mine, mine is still a single building lot. I can't put 2 houses there.
okay, okay,
So it's a oversized lot in an R2 zone,
gotcha,
but it's one lot and it's significant amount of traffic.
gotcha,
So that's why I think that mine,
the land, right,
and so if the land was adjusted here,
mhm,
it would fall in line with what Larry Kelly came up as an estimate of market value. That's just my opinion.
Land was appraised, or, yeah, 'cause this is the
Reduced.
appraisal value, right?
Yeah,
Appraised at 800.
It would fall in line with Larry's estimate of value of $1,150,000.
Falls in line with appraisal estimate of
$1,150,000.
$1,150,000.
And I guess I don't know if this was there before because I never looked at it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm getting a bump. When they came up with my land value,
Yep,
he's taking the 25,537 and multiplying it by this factor,
okay, the 1926, well,
1926.
okay.
I figured this out before.
I don't know, my phone.
And then there's another neighborhood, then there's an adjustment factor of 1.65 maybe because it's a flat lot.
Okay,
But then I'm getting bumped again here
location adjustment.
for for 1.25 to come up with this number. Now,
I wonder if that has always been on.
I don't know, I've
They
never,
have historic field cards on the
you'd have-
database?
no.
No, they don't. I'd have to go downstairs and take a look.
Yeah, so I don't know why I'm getting, it is a busy road.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice flat lot, I'll give you that, I give them that, but,
Location adjustment.
why am I getting this, I know, and the other thing is neighborhood is 73, and when I was making this appeal to Tyler at the informal hearing, they were saying, oh, neighborhood 73 is Winton Park and other like Tanica Park, and Winton Park
Winton
is,
Park should be its own neighborhood.
because everything in Winton Park is on at least an acre.
Yeah,
And it's a nice private, community in there, so I
Right.
disagree with categorizing Winton Park and Sturgis Road in the same sentence.
right. Winton Park,
I mean, I know it's close, it's just the other side of the high school for me.
same neighborhood. I'm writing it all down because by the time we get together
You'll
and
never
meet,
remember.
I will forget. So I want to
Absolutely.
make sure I do you right. Okay,
So that's, yes, so somebody can explain that to
Right.
me at some time.
so
My biggest-
just on the appraisals alone, they're more in line with the number that you've come up with, obviously.
Yeah.
But the crux of it is the land value.
The discrepancy
Yeah.
in the land value.
Okay, I can make that argument.
And like I said, if the land came down,
You'd be in line with the one.
yeah, the
one-
294, so if you came down 294, right now I'm at 1,371,000
Right.
minus even 220, I'm at 1,150,000.
Right. Okay.
So, anyway,
Okay. I would give you the speech about how this is gonna work, but you've heard it
I've
6
heard it.
times already, so,
all right, I thank you for your time and
no
volunteering.
worries, thank you.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of your day. I will
I'll be
see
back
you-
tonight.
Oh, well, I didn't sign up for the night ones, I figure
You're
people are
doing
maybe
your, you're doing your
crankier,
penance.
people are maybe crankier after a full day of work. Maybe I get to everybody while they're still hope for their day.
Exactly. All right, well, thank you.
All right, thanks, have a good day.
You too.